Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. Oh dear, let us see what's going on here. Am I awake? That is the first. Yes, we must first see. Am I conscious? That's very important. All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. There we go. Oops. Hello, Susan Crone. Hello, Joel. Is Putin looking for an escape? Oh, God, those of you of little faith, D-Day's not going to happen. It's not. Uh, yeah, yeah. Uh, they started, remember we said that in mid-July that they needed to get out and that, yeah. So here we are. Isn't that fun? Um, I like being a remote viewer. Sometimes when you go into people's stuff, uh, finding troop movements, that's one of the things we're really good at, getting into documents, like finding out that they had bankrupted their military. But yeah, that is what's going on, Joel. They are marching towards. They've taken a couple military bases. Now they're taking an airfield, and they are 380 miles from Moscow at this point. So, is there a lesson? When did we? What was 2017? We predicted this was going to happen. So, I think the lesson for all of us is that we have to get out of our own emotionalism for our own safety. And this was a case, in the case of Ukraine. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for being here. The invasion of Ukraine, Putin was not, he wasn't logical. He was not logical. Yeah. Lukashenko wants peace talks. You think now that they're marching on Moscow, you think? You think, Joel, that now that they are 380 miles from Moscow, they might be thinking that peace looks pretty good, doesn't it? So where are Russian troops right now? They're running to protect Moscow. Yeah. It reminds me of that Kali energy we've talked about, going berserk, right? Kali is the energy of the divine feminine when she has been kicked around so many times that she is, when the children suckle the child, when the child suckles the mother and the husband exploits her, and she has nothing left to give, right? She has nothing left to give. And so she is converted. She becomes Durga becomes Kali, and Kali is necessary to create balance in the world. When the parasites of the world take too much, when we lose our perspective, when we don't know what a boundary is, Kali comes in to teach us boundaries. That's the demon that Durga becomes. It's interesting that the asp is there, because the asp is on the ground. You can see the asp. She's cut the head off the demon. She's got a chain of men whose heads she's chopped off. She's got a garland of blood around her neck. This reminds me of uh, summer in Los Angeles, right? Summer in Los Angeles. They joke that when the Santa Ana winds hit and there's no rain for months, wives sharpen their knives and they begin to go crazy because of drought anxiety. Humans start to have anxiety, even to the point of hysteria and violence when the rain doesn't come, you know. So yeah, that is Kali. She is the personification of we've had it. We've had enough. We've had enough of you crossing our boundaries, exploiting us, and then the divine feminine is transformed by necessity into this demon. So in a sense, you could argue that the demon that is Ukraine marching on Moscow, which we had warned about, for every action of aggression, there's going to be a reaction of equal or greater force. So don't do this thing. You guys want to talk about it? Cheers. L'chaim, l'chaim, everyone. Hi, Karen. Hi, Mara. Hi, Nydia Brownstrop. Linda Kingsley's in the house. Thank you, everyone who's become a member. We got some great new memberships, and I just wanted to thank all of you who have decided to, join us here on the channel. Mary J., welcome to our memberships. Jiggy Pardo, thank you for rejoining. Dolores Velasquez, thank you so much for your memberships. Much appreciation. Bernie Wright, Shari, Joan C. Kelly, Jan Pace, Lisa R. Benefactor, we bow to you. A. Ariel, Patricia O'Donnell, S.W. Stout, Roxana Corbett, Donai Maria, Rick Carr, email, and all the other amazing people. Those are just the people that have signed up this week. Anthony Rizzo, Sandy Miller, thank you. Your memberships mean a lot. We acknowledge you and we thank you for your love and support that allows me to come here on a regular basis and hang out with all you cool people. And we give gratitude and grace to Susan Crone. She is our newest fairy and angel, and we want to embrace her and lift her up as the wonderful, well, are you a fairy or an angel? I myself am more fairy than angel. I am more fae than angel. I'm more mischievous. Well, I try to be good. Now, many of you are angels. There are angels in our midst. I, however, I'm more a fairy. I also wanted to give. Hi, Connie Morris, Tabby Cat. Copper Broom in the house. Hello, Geocosmic Valentine. Listen, you guys, we've got a great book. I don't know if you've checked out our book of the month. Wow, totally awesome. The Love of Tayamni, great science fiction. Be sure and check it out. We've got several people helping. Excuse me, my cough will clear in a second. We've got several people helping with moderators. Please be kind to all. Diverse opinions are welcome so long as we are respectful. Is there anything else I need to announce? No, that is it. That is our book of the month. We do accept books. If you've written a book and you'd like to be part of our book of the month club, please send it to me, Dr. Whimsy Anderson, 1819 Southwest 5th Avenue, Suite 116, Portland, Oregon, 97201. And you may be selected to be one of our Book of the Month authors. Back to the show. Anybody surprised that Ukraine is marching on Moscow? No. Do you think there's a lesson for all of us in this? Yeah. Don't invade somebody's sovereign country. Yes. Um, yeah, sometimes we can get caught up in our own trip. We don't, it's okay to have a dream. It's okay to want something. Just don't destroy other people's lives in order to get your dream. It's like really wanting to be an actor or win a Nobel Peace Prize or something like that. These are all high ideals, but we don't want to exploit others or hurt others in the pursuit of our goal. And what he should have done is worked on a strong economic relationship with Ukraine, where they were mutually beneficial, and he'd be in a much better economic position right now. Agreed? Trade that they want to be a part of, rather than just sending corruption and everything else that was taking place in Ukraine. Yeah. Well, like Jen says, whenever possible, you want to be kind to people, so that I'll be kind to you too, unless somebody's trying to kill you. But but for most people, it works that we want to be kind to others so that others can be kind to us too. There already was integration happen. They had a history of being integrated. They could have worked on a mutually beneficial relationship like Canada and the United States. And the only thing they've done is they've created a hostile border, and now, over 1 million people are dead in their country, and the troops are marching. They're invaded, and they don't have an army, right? So, yeah. Yeah, as Joel said, if you can't work with others, if it's all about you, are you going to get loyalty? No. People are not going to sacrifice their lives so that you can have your personal needs met. Right. Okay, let's do the empath's prayer. And we'll do some blitzes. Everybody's excited. Harris and Walls are both up in the polls. You wouldn't know it if you spent any time on X, because it's such a pro-Trump Vance crowd over there. There's a lot of people that think that Vance is going to be replaced. Yeah, I mean, they did a poll, who's going to win the debate? And it started off that everybody thought it was going to be Harris. It was going to be Walls. And then I checked back, and it was like 68% believe it's going to be JD Vance. And when I read, I thought, well, come on, that must be a fake poll or something. And then when I looked at the comments, it was all these people that were like, hillbilly for the win. Those people are out there. There are people out there that think Trump is great. I think many of them are mentally ill, drug addicted, emotionally immature, duty face. No way. I mean, we're not, this is a crisis of education and mental health in America, because these people can vote, right? Can Vance be legally replaced? I think it's up to the candidate. Yes, it's his running mate. I think the candidate selects, but Trump is on thin ice too. There are people now talking about replace him with Haley and save the party. So what did I say months ago? I said, give it to Haley because this guy is probably going to prison. Okay, let's do the empath prayer. I'm getting the prompt from Jen. If you'd like to say the prayer with us, Jen has been kind enough to type it for people. All right, let's do this. Okay. I want to call on white light protection for myself and this community as we ask permission from Spirit to access the Akashic records. We call on our spirit guides and our good angels to be with us. Please give us the clarity and the wisdom that is needed to empower all of us on our journeys to make the best decisions for ourselves, our families, the planet, the people we love, but also to help those that we may have strife with. And together, collectively, as a community, we say, Amen. Perfect prayer. Oh my God, where do we begin with all these questions? Let's just go straight into the prison questions. What do you think? You know, he's getting sentenced. I can't even believe that it has gotten this bad. Talk about a frog in boiling water. You know, if we had told Trump supporters, oh yeah, he's going to be charged, there's going to be murder and rape convictions and blah, blah, blah. But people have gotten comfortable with this. People have gotten comfortable with him trying to overthrow the government on January 6th. And they've gotten comfortable with a Supreme Court that's okay with that. Crazy. Okay, let's look at if he's going to be sentenced to house arrest. Scaramucci says house arrest. I think that's still possible. I do have some concerns as the DOJ, as as Manhattan, excuse me. I have some concerns about security. One of the conversations that's come up is whether or not somebody might try and break him out, or it becomes a security risk. You know, what kind of security would you supply to a house arrest? You would have to, you know, that's expensive. It's not like you and me being under house arrest. You also have to take into consideration that there are lunatics trying to break him out, right? Let's take a look. His conviction diminished him in the eyes of many people, particularly in the eyes of men. You know, if you're looking about the man code, the boy code, when he gets an ankle bracelet, if they can work out house arrest for the first conviction, I think there's more convictions and federal convictions at that. I still see that they could have him isolated somewhere like a military base or something, because there's too many crazies, too many break-ins. I mean, and it's not, the cost is too expensive. You'd have, what, you're going to do, corner off the whole block? Come on. So the security concerns always come up for me when I put myself in the shoes of sentencing him for federal crimes. Let's see what the cards have to say. The base of his matter, good stars, and in 30 days. So there are good stars coming in 30 days. So it could be sometime in mid-September, something happens. Mastery is over the situation. And the crossing card is Two of Swords. So some kind of denial, or hear no evil, see no evil, not wanting to look at a situation. It's as if Trump's only way to go forward is to some extent compartmentalize his life so that he doesn't look at what is going on in these cases. They're presenting medical evidence to kind of, it's interesting. On the one hand, he has to be Teflon Don. On the other hand, if he wants to have mercy shown to him so that he can take his pharmaceuticals and he can have this nice cushy conviction, he has to be claiming that he's a senior with all these medical problems. There's a Two of Cups, which also has a medical aspect to it, that we're trying to work on something that's good for him because of existing medical conditions. Four of Wands is what he's sitting in. I wonder if he's going to get 4 months. There it is again. The War King is coming after him. His karma is coming to an end. Yeah, I think that this is not looking too good for him. 10 of Cups would indicate a family relationship. He's losing his supporters. Trump is losing his supporters. His base is falling out from under him, not going anywhere, or it could be over. And then the final outcome is the 8 of Wands. We could be seeing his his race, his candidacy, is that what you're saying? Really having a problem sometime around August, which is right about now. I'm assuming that's because next week is the DNC. The truth is coming out right over him. His opposition, theft, hopes and fears, 4 of Pentacles, lack of money. There he is, Joe Biden, August. You know what? He sees himself as a victim, but I think that his polls crash a lot after the DNC convention. I can take a look at that, but I think he might get at least 4. Well, wait a minute. If he gets 4 months, doesn't that knock him out of the race? Because isn't there? How would he do anything? This is insanity. How can you run for president if you're under house arrest? That's insane. 4 years. 4 of Wands is interesting. Some people don't get any time at all for the type of crime he's committed, and they usually have to pay an economic fee or something like that. They could put a couple of months behind him just because of his lousy attitude. I do know that it looks like there's a possibility his race isn't going anywhere. His campaign is not going anywhere. Let's see if there's a debate. It's funny that they're talking about a debate happening in October when he could be. I mean, they're confident that he's not going to be serving time. I think he gets sentenced in September, right? Well, that's the problem. They can't pull him off the ballot, can they? This is so insane. Well, there'll be a debate between Kamala and Trump. God, he'll be slaughtered. Let's take a look. She's in a very strong position of power. She is not fazed or intimidated by him because she has dealt with felons before. This is something she's leaning on her old habits. Yes, she's leaning on her old habits of, I have interrogated these types of people before. Excuse me. 4 months. Karma, 4 months. A thief attempts to flee. He could be attempting to flee or evade a debate. You know what? They've shut off his foreign donors. Remember, he got 10 million from Sisi. That's interesting to me. Sorry, this cough. Yeah, that thief card and attempting to run. He may hang up his, yeah, I don't think that Trump can run. That's the conclusion. The conclusion is that Trump may have to hang this up. The partnership, the opposition, she has strong global partnership. She is backed by a lot of people. Her opposition is Trump. Look at this red tape. He hangs it up. Let's check. There it is, Kamala. Look at the global support. I'm not surprised that it fell like that. Weapons of war taken away from Trump. Look at that. Have you guys been on Twitter lately? JD Vance. JD Vance has become a liability. Wow, look at her. She does great. She is going to be the greenest president we've ever had. She will be the greenest president we've ever had. Look at Gaia. Kamala. Kamala is associated with Gaia and calmness and the fertility. And Kamala, after the time of Kali, which we're in now, where everything has to be taken down and destroyed, all of this toxic masculine energy, we can't be nice and sweet. The feds had to come in, right? So it's necessary. Sorry, I had COVID, you guys. There's nothing I can do about it. It's not my cat. I went to the doctor. After we complete the time of Kali, we then can go into the time of Kamala. Which is associated with nurturing Gaia. It's this beautiful, calm, balanced energy. You can see the pink lotus healing the world. And good fortune. The elephant is good fortune. She brings good fortune, wealth, and she also brings blessings to the earth. The earth is blessed with calm, peace, and it's also the time of dancing Shiva, where she comes to nurture the earth. You can see growth of green is associated with Kamala. It even looks like her. Oh my God, she looks like who she is. Look at that cheeky smile coming up from the earth. She is the true bodhisattva of the earth that comes to balance the earth and bring grace and healing to the earth. And she's often personified by being in a position of balance. A hand goes up to create boundaries, which in Hebrew is called gevura, boundaries. And then another holds the world, the water, the cistern, fertility, etc. Wealth, she's holding wealth. So a lot of people are having some fun. Oh my God, here she is as Kali transformed to Kamala. This is Durga. Durga before she becomes Kali. Here's Lakshmi, wealth, as Kamala. All of them are expressions of Shiva, the divine feminine, Shiva, Lakshmi, Kali, Kamala. These are all different aspects of God. It's all one God, but similar to the Torah, Hashem has many attributes. God has many attributes. So it's not that they're worshiping multiple deities. Hindu scholars will say, no, it's one deity that is morphing into various different energies depending upon how God is manifested at that time. But they're all manifestations of the divine oneness. Look at all that wealth coming out of Kamala. So I think also it's going to be hailing a time of great wealth, and specifically great wealth for the green economy. People have asked me to clarify what I mean by the green economy, and that's just investing. It's a new way of doing business, so that the more we love Gaia, the more fertile she becomes, right? It's just like if a woman was really, really happy and she was madly in love and all of her resources were there and she had all the help she needed and all she wanted to do is just have babies and just be this amazing mama, that's Kamala. So Kamala brings wealth. She has the blessings of Lakshmi. And I think that that's really great. Hi, Catherine Rodler. Thank you so much for your membership. You are an elder and an empath, so you are eligible to join us in class tomorrow at 6 p.m. We are talking about the mystical tarot and its original origins. So we're going all the way back to Africa and to the early Jewish scholars, and it's a lot of fun. So hopefully you can join us. If you can't make it, you can watch the tapes. Gore was cheated. Yes, this is what Professor Lichtman said. It was Professor Lichtman who said that they had thrown out 50,000 black votes in Florida in order to, I mean, they literally were, it was like Jim Crow all over again. He basically stole the election with Jim Crow-like policies of preventing black people from voting in Florida, and that was proven. So they stole the election. And it was more of this war on Gaia, right? It's always the war on the feminine, the war on Gaia. And we are really in a planetary war between good and evil, between this destructive, psychotic energy and those of us who are trying to save the earth and save the divine feminine. So the more we love the earth, the wealthier we will become, because the more fertile she becomes, which means she produces more. So we don't have to rape and pillage and torture the female in order to have our needs met, which results in Kali. That's just the way, that's the cycle. If you abuse the feminine, it will turn into a demon. And then, my wife, she's horrible. What did you do to her? I mean, like that. My first thought is, was she always like that? No, she started off so nice, but then you cheated and you flirted with the waitress, and then you hid money from her, and you smacked her around a little, like when the divine feminine, who's all loving, turns into Kali, you have to kind of say, well, what happened? Why did she become Kali? Why'd your wife turn into that? Not saying it's all your fault. Something happened. Don't want to always assume it's the husband. It might be something else. It might be a bad doctor. But the point is that it's usually some type of an insult. And then Kamala comes afterwards when we have balance again. Okay, so let's find out about the new green economy. New green economy. I keep seeing that Texas will be at the forefront of the new green economy. We get our wish. Archangel Raphael comes to heal the world. Wish granted, Archangel Raphael. So the energy of Raphael, grow, grow, heal, heal, which is the energy that is over the earth. A strong partnership with the world begins. Hey, I don't have to destroy you. If I treat you right, you actually grow more vegetables. You actually do better if I treat you right. We must overcome our addictions. An addiction, the problem with an addiction is that you want more and more and more and more and more and more and more, and you can't stop. It's the greed of addiction. And so to some extent, we have become greedy and addicted to, it's like sucking on the tit, and you don't want to be weaned, and you want to just keep taking, and you become, it's so comfortable and nice, you become addicted to it. So you have companies that make money on arms deals. It's a war is more profitable than peace. That's what's going on right now in Gaza. They want to keep selling weapons, even if there's not going to be anything left to Gaza. Even though all the data shows we got to get to ceasefire, the diseases are spreading. People are bringing the diseases home to Israel. They just shot one and killed one male hostage, and then seriously wounded 2 females, right? So who's winning? So this addiction to what is toxic or bad is the biggest threat to people are going to have to find a new way to make a living. Logic reigns in the future. So the 4th house is the emperor, and the emperor has to do with high ideals, right? Yeah, like Findhorn or a kibbutz, right? Findhorn was based on the kibbutz concept. Scholarship and knowledge. Look at that, sitting in scholarship and knowledge, and the emperor, which is ethos, higher ideals. We're coming out of a war, right? So there was a lot of war, and we're entering into the time of taking the weapons of war. 5-year period, by the way, if you read swords as years. So it's a 4-year period. So if she gets reelected, boy, if she does not get reelected, they could try and dismantle everything she does. But she really gives money to the new green economy. Look at these strong judgment cards. Judgment in the 7th house. 3rd house for Kamala is the Hermit. Look at this logic. 4th house, the Emperor, taking the weapons of war away over the next 5 years. Very interesting. Her opposition, war. This is also bad weather. Winds of war. Heavy winds, like these hurricanes that keep coming in. Hopes and fears, the ethos and the Constitution. She is a true believer in the Constitution. Remember, when it comes to government, the higher ethos card, the Hierophant, is the Constitution, as I read it. I think other readers do as well. The moon, avoiding confusion, but moon is also psychic phenomenon. Everybody has to be on the same page. We have to work really hard to educate Americans so that everybody is on the same page. Look at the mastery of this woman. Mastery card over the issue of judgment. The opposition and the war, countered by the green economy. Remember, to take a portion from that which you nurture results in the new green economy. Look at this. Crazy. Ethos, the Justice Department will work again. She'll probably win and probably be reelected. Look at that, Page of Pentacles. She gets the job. As it stands right now, Kamala Harris will be the first female president of the United States. And she will be the greenest and most just that we've probably ever seen. Yeah. And very likely to be reelected. Things change, excuse me, but her cards are, Page of Pentacles is to receive the job or the coin. It's also Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel. All right, any questions about that? Each of the pages is associated with a different archangel. You guys know what they are, right? Any of my students here today? A few of you. All right, I'll test you. Page of Swords is which angel? Page of Swords, which angel? Okay, let's see. Okay, and the next, well, we already said that Archangel Raphael is King of Cups. Gabriel is, or excuse me, Page of Cups is Raphael, who brings the elixir and is associated with doctors and healing. Okay, got that. Gabriel is associated with pens, writing, coin, work, right? Wealth, like Lakshmi, and that would be, yeah. So Gabriel is associated with pentacles. Page of Swords is Michael, who brings the sword of truth. Yeah. Cups is Raphael, because Raphael is the doctor. Michael is the sword of truth. So which archangel is the lion? Who is the Ari? The lion, the Page of Wands. Right, so that's why traditionally the Page of Swords was seen as Michael, because Michael battled, Michael is truth. It's also a spy card, because spies try to find the truth of what's really going on. Carries the sword of truth. Who is the Ari? The lion of Uriel, very good. You know, a lot of people don't know that. Ali is found in the word Uriel, and Ari is the lion, like the Lion of Judah, Ali. And Uriel has its origins in the lion, and we see that in the Page Wands. Very good. My God, you guys are so much smarter than me. I never knew that stuff until, well, I took a course, but yeah, you guys are smart. All right, very good. So those are our four archangels, our four directions. So next question is the IRS going to be going after? I think so. Yeah. We'll do just 4 cards because we have a lot of questions. God, a lot of you got it right that it was Uriel. Man, you guys are smarter than me. I used to not know this stuff. The businessman's relationship with the IRS going forward, no, not good. 3 of Swords. His opposition, people turning him in, the lovers. Scholars going after him, yes, collecting money. We get our wish. You know what? What's going to happen is they're going to find money hidden outside the United States. I'll show it to you because look at this. This could be like raids. There was so much money stolen by criminals. Look at that. Global. So, yes, the coin. Hunting for the coin, the greedy coin. Some people, God, you know, it's like everybody who's rich got that way by being a criminal. Pay your damn taxes. You know, I don't like paying them, but, you know, it's what we got to do, right? We just do it. Just do it. All right. Do I see more justices? So you mean, so Pippi, you mean like, do we more than 9, I think is what you're saying. Or if, let's just take a look. What is going on with the Supreme Court? The Supreme Court in the next couple of years. Supreme Court. They're already chit-chatting with future people. There's definitely a fight going on the Supreme Court in the next 3 months. It looks like somebody could be stepping down. You know, somebody held on to see who was going to take it, but look, 6 of Cups is to give somebody the offer, and in the next 3 months, we could be hearing about a justice leaving. And look at this crazy, I mean, talk about feeling threatened. It's chipping away at Project 25. It's chipping away at, we get our wish. Oh, there's another woman on the Supreme Court. I thought we were going to have another guy. Look at this, female energy. I still see a Latino man, young man getting on the Supreme Court, but it looks like there's a woman here too. Could be that Sotomayor is one of the people retiring. They've talked about that. She's having trouble with her eyesight, etc. And under Kamala, she'll be able to retire. You have here a young male also. So 2 people, possibly 1 female and 1 male coming in, and then our wish is granted. But it only changes by 1 seat because Sotomayor is a Democrat. So, but still, well, you know what? That 3 of Cups is moving in. So we could be seeing 3 seats under Kamala Harris, excuse me. That's interesting to me. A lot of people think that Thomas is leaving, and there's some Alito could be pushed out as well. So that would explain 3 cups. Yeah, so if she puts in 3, we would be changing the court by 2. So yeah, that would be, then we would be 5-4. Yeah. Very, very interesting. It's interesting to see that, and it's interesting to see that 3 of Cups celebration card coming in with that strong female energy in 7th position. It's all about the land in Gaza. Yes, gosh darn it. That's what they want, is the land. Yes, there's plans to put in a new canal because Suez keeps getting blocked and robbed by pirates. Yes, and I really want the rebuild to happen because, come on now. It's beautiful. The rebuild is beautiful, and people have to understand that peace and industry and healing is far more doable. There's a great way to earn money and make a living that is about nurturing community. What I love about this concept of oasis, or as Elon likes to say, pods, he can have it, sure, call it pods. Gallant calls them bubbles. I'm cool with that too. Is that the people who want peace share the border in these areas. And then you have this beautiful underground subway system moving through. This is the rebuild. This actually got approved by the Israeli cabinet. So this is where we're headed. I would prefer it sooner rather than later. They've already started construction on this main line in Sderot. This northern Gaza / Sderot subway system they've already started construction. And this is how you get a soft border. You let the people come in and work in these kibbutz or oasis zones that genuinely are done with the war crap, and then you share security. And eventually it expands to the whole of the area. And this is based historically on how an oasis would work, because we've seen from anthropological studies that when humans work the land in this way, the oasis zone actually gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, but it has to be done through protection and cooperation. And so this is where we are going to be in Gaza. This is where we are headed. This is already decided. So, do people want to continue to kill each other or accept we're headed here whether they like it or not? Soft, because how many times have we rebuilt Gaza and then Israel pulls out and then they start all over again? Or you could just do this, secure the area with a united Middle Eastern peace group and just say, look, no more killing. If you want to be part of the solution, apply for Oasis. The jobs are good, but we're done with this crap. Or you can just stay out here and do your own thing, but nobody gets to kill anybody anymore. So that's where we're headed. That's where the day. I know because I've been reading the Times and I know they accepted my. I've also been listening to Elon Musk talk about it. So it's more profitable. This is one thing I agree with Elon Musk. He doesn't have a war mentality, and his, even though he's done some crazy things, he's not a fan of war. He thinks it's bad for the planet. It's not pro-human, and he's pro-human. And so, yeah, that's where we're headed. That is where we are headed. Okay, have you guys heard about this with Mar-a-Lago? This will be our last one because it's already 5:55. Is anybody surprised that Mar-a-Lago is being shut down? Yes, they're shutting it down. The wealthy billionaires want they want this place back. What's it called? Palm Beach? What is it called? Yeah, the wealthy. And some of them are hidden investors in Mar-a-Lago. You have actual hidden investors. So the question becomes, how much more will they put up with? Not much more. He has really outstayed his welcome, which also goes back to me seeing him leaving Mar-a-Lago. Let's take a look. The feds also need to get their money, which goes back to what Linda G had said, which is why I thought she had an excellent prediction when she said, everything's going to get taken. She's right. Everything's going to get taken. She's a very good psychic. So come heck or high water, the feds are going to get their money. Would you agree? I mean, you know how the IRS is. You're going to get their money, right? Let's take a look. Yes, billionaires want Trump out of Palm Beach. Mar-a-Lago. I thought he called it Mar-a-Lardo. Lard. Yeah, well. Crazy. All right, what's going on? Is he going to lose Mar-a-Lago? Yeah, they paid to get their. We're paying. We put a lot of money into the lawyers. So what they're saying is that they got together and paid the legal fees as a group. That's what they're saying. We get our wish. So it was something that they actually pooled their. I'll show it to you. He is seen as the Queen of Cups. So he lives in his own world. This is a kind of a self-indulgent because she rubs her lamp and she dreams. Look at this money. They actually came together and hired the lawyers and put the money together to get this guy out of there. Look at that. They pulled double aces, by the way, which is auspicious for them. It's not auspicious for him. Ace of Cups also. They're going to buy it, aren't they, Joel? Is that what they're doing? Scotland seizes Trump's golf courses as well. Yeah, I saw that they would begin seizing the Scotland. And then they start moving towards his other They're not making profits anyway. All of his money is just to keep their doors open. Regarding the wish that they got, look at that. They kicked him out. Five of Pentacles, to be kicked out of the church, poverty. It's exactly what Linda said. The guy is left bankrupted. You know, he can get a small bit of money, Knight of Cups. He may be able to have like a senior retirement. I always see him like he can live in a room with Eric Trump. Grandpa is living with us for a while, you know. The investors, they want to do they want to tear it down, or what do they want to do? Look at that, the courts came in. Yeah, it's being seized, and the properties are being seized. Some stuff is in foreclosure, and they got their wish. They want to go in and buy the property and change up the property. But something here tells me that some of them are partially invested. Oh, so the roads are closed. So people are, it's actually a health and security issue for people. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, he lives in his own world. The Queen of Cups lives in her own cups. Can also be a drug problem or an alcoholic. Yeah. Three bridges. Yeah. Well, you live and you learn, right? It just looks to me, they get their wish. Look at that, because the courts come in. Look at the money they put in. You know, they give him an offer they can't refuse. Knight of Cups is the seducer. So he might get a little something, incentive to get out of there. But how embarrassing that he's going to lose everything. That's really what it looks like. Wow. You know, is anybody besides me not totally enjoying watching the fall of Trump? It's actually kind of sad and painful to watch because, you know, why? It should not get to this point. If a kid is mentally ill, if a young boy is a bully or is showing these kinds of symptoms, let us intervene early if there's a problem at home so that they don't become the monster that nobody dealt with. The problem when you ignore the narcissist and just walk away is you produce a Donald Trump. And that's why, even though, oh, just walk away. Yes, you have to get to safety. But we also, whenever possible, have to fight. Otherwise, we've got a monster that's so big. Look at what's happening with billionaires all over the world. And crypto. It was a monster we should have taken out a long time ago. And now it's the monster that is, threatening the U.S. dollar, the euro, and everything else. And because it's not centralized. Yeah, I do pity Trump because he's insane, and being cruel to mentally insane people isn't rational. No, they need to be controlled and contained. He needs to be controlled and contained and removed. But enjoying watching a mentally ill person crashing, no, I don't enjoy this. I don't get off on that because it's just, it's not good. I agree, Joel. We have to do something about crypto. And at the same time, I understand where Kamala is coming from because many people have their retirement in crypto. To shut them down would be to be hurting a lot of Americans. So how do we control it is more the direction that people are moving in rather than just all out shutting it down. Okay, well, that was fun, darlings. I hope you enjoyed your hour with me. Got lots of good questions in. If you're trying to get in for a reading with me, I do have some openings tomorrow. Friday, tomorrow at 6 p.m. If you're an elder and an empath, we will be starting up the series again. We'll be finishing up the major arcana and the Hebrew alphabet tomorrow. We'll be learning a couple more Hebrew words. And then we will be getting into the minor arcana, and we're going to be talking about how the minor arcana is associated with elements and also Chinese elemental theory. And we're also going to be tying it in with a little bit more Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism, some of the Yoruba tradition of Nigeria. So we're bringing it all together, a little bit of Chinese medicine, a little bit of Shintoism, a little bit of Jewish mysticism, Kabbalah, a little bit of the Yoruba, a little bit of the Igbo. It's all good. It all comes from the same source, right? All right, so that's tomorrow at 6 p.m. for elders and empaths. It's kind of our party snack time too, so bring yourself lots of good snacks because it is an evening course. We usually hang out for about an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half, and it's a lot of fun. All right, everybody, be kind to all so that all will be kind to you. God bless, peace out, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time. Bye.